I need a new prosthetic leg, but I really like cake. And in order to get one of these, I have to stop eating the cake. This was a very unexpected but welcomed surprise. I did not know this was going to happen in my amputation situation, but I'm very glad that it did. If you're new here, my name is Carrie. I'm a below the knee amputee, and I talk about all things amputation, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that you know what to expect if you're in this situation. And if you are facing elective amputation, I have all kinds of resources for you right down below in the description. But if you're just curious about my life, enjoy. What does cake have to do with getting a new leg? Nothing and everything. About 1.5 years ago, my body decided to go into this allergic anaphylaxis reaction out of nowhere with some certain type of food. And I still am not completely sure what type of food that is. It's one of the thickeners that you put in one of the sauces. Anyway, it made my body swell up so much that I had to wear no socks. I was literally in just this liner and my leg. But whenever I started actually eating better and paying attention to the food that was going into my body, I started adding socks and more socks and more socks. Now I am regularly in 13 to 16 ply worth of socks. That's 16 millimeters difference between my actual limb and the size of this leg. That means it is not safe for me to wear this. And it actually is kind of painful because whenever I wear these socks, these are slippery and I can bottom out on the bottom of my limb. They don't hold me up like they're supposed to. I'm supposed to use this rubber grip in order to hold me up in my socket, but it's not working. So because I've been paying attention to the way that I've been eating, I have lost this inflammation out of my body. But I can't go get a new socket until my body regulates or until I stop eating the cake. Because when I eat correctly, I wear 16 ply. And if I was to go get a new prosthetic leg with that size, that small size, then if I eat a piece of cake or find out that I have had that dip that has that thickener in it and my body swells back up again, I won't be able to wear my new leg. So at this point, I don't really know what I'm gonna do because I'm not perfect, right? I'm going to indulge sometimes, but it might be at the cost of being immobile for the rest of the day until I can get my inflammation under control. I might have to treat this as severely as something like diabetes where I absolutely cannot have it. Or I get my new prosthetic leg smaller than this, but bigger than my smallest size of when I'm actually eating perfectly. So while it is a very welcomed situation that I know how to control my body, all because of my little nub, it is also frustrating because I won't be able to get the size socket that I need and know that I can stay in it. But it is seriously kind of cool that I have a meter, if you will, of my entire body's inflammation. I don't know that anybody really has that. After 2 years of amputation, they say that your body regulates and that you don't go through many changes, and that might be true for most people. However, I have had to get a new socket. I had like 6 the first year, 2 the next year, and this is going into my 3rd year, and I'm gonna have to get a new socket before the end of the year. So just know that if you're going through this journey, there are lots of different things that you're gonna learn. There's lots of different things that aren't gonna apply to you. And there's gonna be lots of things that happen to your body because you're different than everybody else that don't happen to somebody else's body. And you're gonna have to learn how to work through that and navigate through that, and that's okay. There are lots of professionals, lots of information online that is there to help you, including me. I'm gonna put the good, the bad, and the ugly all out there for you to see and understand and work with. The leg making process is actually pretty difficult. I live in the United States and I have been walking through this process for several weeks. I'm working with a new nationwide company right now, and I'm not totally sure I'm on board with it because it's been kind of a difficult situation so far. I'm 2 weeks in. I just got insurance approval yesterday. It took us 6 phone calls between their office and me, and we finally got it figured out by doing a 3-way between all 3 of us, the insurance, the prosthetist office, and myself. But now my prescription isn't correct. It doesn't have the right wording on it. So now I have to go back to my doctor, have him put the exact wording that they need in order to turn it into insurance to get approval. And that's always a huge fight because the doctors always don't tell me what to do. And the insurance is like, I have to have this in order to approve it. And the prosthetist is like, I can't help you until you make them comply with each other. So that's where I'm at the moment. It was very important for me to find a prosthetist office that does in-house fabrication. That way I don't have to wait weeks to get my leg back from wherever they make it, in whatever state they make it in or country, have it shipped to me, and then find out it needs changes and wait even more time before I can actually use it. So that is something that I really want to stick to this and see if I can make it work with this new prosthetist office, because they do have in-house fabrication. But isn't that the case in life? It's always the red tape and the cake that can mess you up. Okay, I'm gonna let you know the moment that I get approved for my new leg, and I will take you with me, I promise, to the prosthetist office to get this new leg created. Not this one, but my new leg created. So here's my question. Put it in the comments if you made it this far. What design would you choose? Would you do a skin design? Would you do just a carbon fiber design like the one that I used to have that was just brown and copper carbon fiber? Would you do a picture of your family? What would you do on your prosthetic leg? What should I do on my prosthetic leg? Put it in the comments and let me know. I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you on the next video.